Welcome to another episode of Chep Codes. Today I'm going to show you guys how to build a game of Snake with Python. All of this code will be posted on GitHub, so you can go in the description of this video and grab that link. And at the end of this, once you have this code running on your local machine, it's going to look something like this. So I'll play a game real quick. You can see it's got some sound effects. You can customize those files. You don't have to use the ones that I created. And it's a fun little way. You can play this locally. You don't need internet to play this game. You just write the code yourself and just make sure you have Pygame installed and any other dependencies the game might require, and you should be good to go. You can also obviously mute it. Kind of like the sounds, but if you don't, no problem in muting it. Looks like I actually clicked back into myself. So I was going to ask for my initials. Say Chep. And I only made it so you could do 3. Hit enter, and it saves your high scores locally, so you can start to see that. And then if I wanted to restart the game, I could hit R or Q to quit. So without further ado, let's zoom in a bit, and I'll show you guys exactly what I have in this game. So I imported Pygame, which is just the library used random, because you know where those food pieces that the snake eats, you need to do that randomly. I think this allows me to quit the game. I'm not exactly sure what OS is, but I'm not gonna lie, I had ChatGPT help me generate this, GFX draw. So first things first, we initialize the Pygame, set up the game window, so if you wanted to make it bigger, you can. I tried to make this a bit bigger, and it was just too big. I think I made this the grid size 40, and I made the grid width and height 60, and it was just way too big, so I reduced it down to a size I like more. You can pick your colors here, so if you wanted to add a color, you could say neon orange. And then I actually have a great tool called Codium that goes ahead and gives me whatever that color is. So I like the color, so I'm not going to add it. But yes, if you guys are interested in that Codium tool, not sponsored by them, not yet anyways, Codium hit me up. And it's just an awesome tool because it's basically like Copilot, but it's free. And the other thing you can do is if you want to refactor something, so I could highlight this. Press I, and I'm not going to refactor this, but you see I could go ahead and try to refactor that. You can ask Codium to explain things, you can ask to do all sorts of stuff. So these AI tools are fantastic. I highly recommend checking them out. Codium's not the only one, it's just the one I have on my machine. So these are just the snake properties, the starting position of the snake, the initial direction of the snake. You know, it's moving right when you start. I'm pretty sure that's the case. Let's just double check that. Yeah, it sure is. You see it starts out moving right. I like that sound. Anyways, I'll exit out of that. Keep going through the code. The food properties, so we just want it to have a random position. So that's exactly what this does. The power-up properties, the duration for which the power-up remains on screen. The score in the font, the high score properties. See, we just have a little array here to save our high scores. These are the sounds I made. So I made all these customs or got them from freesound.org. You can pull those in yourselves. Maybe you make beats, whatever it is. Or, you know, Google's got a great tool if you go to their AI labs where you can just generate sounds from scratch. Having good sounds in the game makes a world of difference. So I highly recommend, if you don't like the sounds I made, go ahead and make your own. It makes the game that much better. It's the little details. This loads the high score from the file, so just, you know, when you get to the end, you can basically see it iterates through that array, it looks like. Yep. Save high scores, so it's just saving these high scores locally. Updating the high scores, obviously, if you got a new high score, and it looks like we just keep the top 5 scores. But say you wanted to keep 7 or whatever it was, you could go ahead and adjust that. This will just go ahead and draw the grid for you. This makes the snake. You can see we're using neon green, otherwise neon blue. This draws the food with a pulsating effect. So that's why you kind of saw it pulsating a bit. This adds the power up. See, this is what I was talking about with Codium. We can have it, you know, explain it. So, hey Codium, could you explain it? This tool really is amazing for what it provides. Connecting. Yes, explain the power up. This code snippet defines a function called draw power up that is responsible for drawing a spinning power up on the screen. It checks if the neon snake variable is truthy, and if so, it calculates the position of the power up on the screen. If it calculates the center of the power up and the current angle based on the current time, it uses a list compression to calculate the coordinates of the points that make up the spinning effect of the power up. Finally, it draws a polygon on the screen using the pygame.draw.polygon method function, with the point and the color neon yellow. And I believe, if I am not mistaken, that you get 5 extensions. So getting a power up is just like eating a normal piece of food, except you get more points than a normal piece of food. This helps move the snakes, and handles the collisions. You can see down here where's the keys buttons. Yeah, here we go. The keys are actually in the game over section. Yeah, it shows the new head power up. See, snake growth +5. Grow snake or remove kill. Got a bunch of ifs, else ifs, elifs, if you will. The game over, sound.play. So it's just calling that sound function, basically showing game over. Text. It's for the keys. Where's the up, down? Yeah, here's the keys. So this shows you where to move the snake. This resets the game. Globe snake direction. This just goes ahead and does all of that. So maybe not the best explanation, but if there's any part in this that confuses you, I encourage you to either get Codium or just simply paste it into ChatGPT and ask it to explain line by line. Honestly, I mostly code in JavaScript. So to be honest, reading some of this Python code is not my specialty, but Pygame makes it super easy to build games, much easier than JavaScript. You can do some cooler things. So that's why I chose Python for this, and highly recommend using, whether it's Anthropic, Anthropic's Claude, ChatGPT, or OpenAI's ChatGPT, Meta's Llama model, which you can access at meta.ai or Venice.ai. There's amazing tools out there, and if you don't understand a line of code or you want to adjust something specifically, well, basically paste all this code into the LLM and ask it to adjust that part, and it'll go ahead and do that. And to finish out this video, I'm just going to go ahead and play another game because it's pretty fun. See if I can beat my high score. What's also cool about this is that you don't have to run it on a Wi-Fi connection. You can run this locally. So say you're in the airport and you're just without Wi-Fi, or you're on the plane, I should say, because usually airports have Wi-Fi and you're not sure what to do. Well, you can play Snake on your computer. Pretty amazing. And I made this Snake game. Obviously, you can change it if you don't like it, but I made this Snake game so that you don't have boundaries. It just, puts you to the other side. As you can see, I go out that side and it puts me on this side. Yeah, let me just confirm. I believe if I get the power up, it's 5. Yeah, you can see the score from 8 to 13. So the power ups are pretty effective for getting high scores. I think it also grows your tail by 5 though, so it is more challenging in that sense. Yeah, Snake's a fun game, and I highly recommend playing. Let's go and get my high score. Come on, let's get the high score. Nice. I got a high score. Let's go. Oh boy. Oh boy. Got myself in a bit of a pickle there, but I think I got out of it. Just being extra precautious here. Oh! Last second. Snake is getting long. I gotta say, playing Snake without borders is way more fun in my opinion. And maybe I did make this grid too big because I don't see anything. So I'm just gonna assume it's at the bottom right here. But I can't really see that, so that's not great. Yeah, sure enough, it was at the bottom. Great game. You can kind of see that on my screen, but not really. So yeah, I should probably make this a hair smaller so it doesn't get cut off by my screen, but we live and we learn. So I might actually fix that before I post this code on GitHub, so you guys don't have to deal with that. I like the sound the yellow makes. Much better than the simple apple bite. Yeah, this is definitely a record. Let's see if I can get to 79. I'm going to be happy if I can get to 79. Come on. Need to find some yellow pieces. Those are the real game changers. Okay. Snake's getting long. Well, I'm gonna have to hit the edges here. It's too long. I don't want to try and risk going in there. It's never a great strategy. Alright, there we go. Now I can go get it. Oh my gosh. Whew. Boy's getting too long. Alright, let's go over there. Come on. Yes, sir. $72. Boy, oh boy. Oh man. $79. Let's go. Anything above this is just extra, just the cherry on top. But I got that high score, 79, like I wanted. Alright, now I want to go for 100 because I'm already at 91. I mean, it only seems fitting, right? Oh, gosh. What am I doing? Jump ship too early. It's amazing that such like a simple game. I mean, you're really not doing much. You're just pressing arrow keys. It can be so enjoyable. But then again, Flappy Bird took off, and that game was even simpler, really. You just tapping the screen. Trying to get the Flappy Bird to not hit the pipes. I don't know if I ever played a game of Snake like this, though, where there was no borders in it. I'm sure they're out there somewhere, but I definitely enjoy this version of Snake much more. Snake's so long, I probably started like trying to spell stuff. Spell like a big C for Connor, or Chep. I need one of those yellow things that would put me at 100. Need the power up. Oh, 97. Whew. So close. So close to 100. Well, thank you guys for watching. I hope you pull this game down and you play it yourself and you get a kick out of it. And if you can beat the high score of 100, good on you. It is not as easy as I had anticipated. And I don't know. Oh, I was going to say I don't know why it froze, but it was because I had to hit enter and then press R to restart or Q to quit. Whew, really blew that last high score out of the water. All right, well, again, thank you guys for watching. This has been another episode of Chep Codes, and I'll see you in the next one.